844 surveyors, 8,035 respondents. This is the next question that we reveal. Do you support 21 years as the legal age of marriage for all men and women? 78.7%, so nearly 79% of the Muslim women have come out and said yes. Raise the bar, make it same, 21 years. The thought process is Muslim women or women in general can complete their education, they can be graduate, they'll have a sense of independence and they can take a call on their lives. Make it same. Scientific studies also say that you must raise the age of marriage for women. Don't get them married off in their teens. Some of them getting married even in their pre-teens, soon as they even attain their puberty. These practices need to stop. That's the message that's coming in. Women don't want to be married off. They want to be able to decide at the same time that a man becomes eligible. Why the difference is the question that is there in the minds of a lot of women. Ladies and gentlemen, one aspect, even as we bring out to you, the age groups. Let's see. Older women, younger women, educated women, less educated women, what do they say? 18 to 44 years, 80%. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen, 44 years plus, also 74% of the Muslim women who have been surveyed out of the 8,035 women who took this survey across 25 states and union territories say raise, keep it same. 21 years should be the legal age of marriage for all men and women. They say yes. Yes is what they say, ladies and gentlemen. Please understand that per surveyor, only 9 respondents. So the sample itself is distributed and varied. One person has not gone to 20 people, 30 people, 40 people. One person on an average has gone to only 9 Muslim women. That's how comprehensive and spread out the survey is, and we've tried to keep the sample as varied, as spread out as possible. But look at the overwhelming response. First question on India's biggest UCC survey that we'd like to reveal to you, that we posed to Muslim women across the country, is: do you support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance? So that was the question that was asked. Let's take a look at the responses that have come. The responses are an overwhelming 67.2% have said yes, 25.4% have said no, and there are a 7.4% who are still sitting on the fence, who say don't know, can't say. But look at the number there, an overwhelming majority, 67.2% support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance. This is the News18 Mega UCC survey where we ask the question that do you support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance? 67.2% have come out and said yes, 25.4% have said no, and 7.4% are still sitting on the fence and who say don't know, can't say, ladies and gentlemen. We have also looked at various parameters and we've said what age group are you on? What social strata, education, and how does that make a difference? Let's try and understand and see this grouping or the breakup. The support for a common civil law on marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance, when it comes to the younger group, 18 to 44 years, the number is inching towards 70%, 69%. But it does drop when it comes to the seniors, 44 plus years. But look at that. It's a 9% drop, but still way above the majority number. 60% of women, Muslim women above 44 plus years, want a common law, support a common law for marriage, divorce, adoption and inheritance. 18 to 44, 69%, largely educated graduates, and that percentage goes up to 69%, an overwhelming number.
Former Chairperson of the National Commission for Women, Kumara Mangalam, joining us on this broadcast. Ma'am, thank you so much for speaking with us here on CNN News 18. You must have seen the results of the 2 questions that we've put out as far as this particular survey goes. 67% of Muslim women that we spoke to say that there should be a common code. There should be uniform laws as far as inheritance goes, as far as marriage goes, as far as divorce goes, there shouldn't be any sort of parity. Do you think then it's perhaps just these self-proclaimed or so-called torchbearers of the religion that are only trying to be a roadblock as far as the uniform code goes?
Quite frankly, I think it's just a very convenient marriage between three people: patriarchy, politics, and religion. Women will overwhelmingly support it, and this survey that you have carried out has shown the heartwarming support that across the spectrum, even Muslim women have supported it. Now, increasingly, India is now more than 50% women. And I think it's about time that governments across the board, regardless of politics and religion, pay attention to that section of the population, which has so far always been questioned, been pushed down in importance, not been given its due, in short. And this is nothing new for somebody like me who has worked with women for over 35, 40 years now nearly. Across the board, women will tell you that we want equality. We want at least a chance. If you get married at 21, perhaps you'll get that chance to be able to finish your graduation. Perhaps you'll be able to stand on your own feet. Across the board, it was again women from the Muslim community who asked for the abolishment of the triple talaq, that too, and now halala, both of which are, horrible customs that are forced onto women in the name of religion. People will say that yes, Hindu religion has also had many, bad customs, which is true. But that is exactly why reform happened in the Hindu religion, whether it was sati, whether it was dowry, and now the age of marriage has been increased to 21 from 18, again, which has been welcomed. Change is part of life. It has to be. And change for the better, change to strengthen the hands of any human being, man or woman, must be considered as something that's good for society, regardless of everything else. Why shouldn't women have equality in inheritance? Why shouldn't women also be allowed to have a choice as what they want to do, whether they want to get married early or they don't want to get married, whether they want to study or they don't. As of now, too many women don't have that choice, and that is totally unfair. Also, to all of those who are saying that the UCC is, should not be adopted because the word of Allah is sacrosanct. Well, I asked them, then why do they want to be administered under the Uniform Criminal Code? If the criminal code can be uniform, why can't the civil code?
Sure, and I want to get an Islamic scholar, Atikur Rahman, who's joining us on this broadcast as well. If you heard what Ms. Kumara Mangalam had to say and what this survey has revealed here on Network 18, that many women, majority of them, want a uniform code. They may not necessarily want a code as such, but they want parity. Can you deny that? The fact that many within the community also want uniformity as far as several of these provisions go, be it inheritance, be it marriage, be it divorce.
Well, this is a very, very welcome step that the people are oriented towards the UCC. And why the people are oriented towards the UCC? Because the Supreme Court has pointed out that in the name of religion and scriptures, the leaders of the religious communities, they have, taken off the rights of the women. They have usurped the rights of the women. Now we come to the core point that whether the government is in a position to have the UCC or not. Why is the government only pinpointing the UCC towards the Muslim community? The tribals, the other areas wherein the reforms are required, when you take the name of only minorities, then it is somewhere you are subduing the main architect of the UCC, which is the Article 144. Herein I would like to pinpoint that the minority rights, if the government ensured that will be intact as per the constitution, nobody has a problem with giving women the due rights. It is needed under the Constitution of India. Since the beginning, I am telling that any UCC is antithesis of patriarchy and misogyny, which is deeply rooted in the Indian society, not only in the Muslim society, Mrs. Kumara Mangalam. You are pinpointing everything related to UCC towards the Muslim community. May I ask you why this communal agenda of yours?
Mr. Rahman, I don't think Ms.
Mr.
Kumara
Rahman,
Mangalam
I
was
didn't
trying to
say
do that at
anything.
all. You perhaps
The
joined in
survey
late
has
and
been
perhaps didn't
taken-
hear the initial
Yes.
part of what she was trying to say. But she said that these kind of ills, this kind of malice has been across communities in this country. But we have evolved, and that evolution is required for every single community, for every
And the
single
Muslim
religion.
community has not evolved. The Muslim community has not evolved.
No,
You
no.
mean to
One
say?
moment, sir.
Say it, come
One
on.
moment.
Mr. Rahman,
Say
even
it,
when triple
Rahman.
talaq was banned,
1
something that
minute.
women from within the community wanted, that too had objections that came to the fore from within the community. They said that these are our personal laws and you can't touch it, irrespective of the fact that whether it's discriminatory or not. That was something that was
Then
totally
post
rubbished
the
aside,
Supreme
wasn't
Court
it?
ruling. Post the Supreme Court ruling. Were there any voices? There were no voices. The community is ready to accept gender justice and gender equality. But where is the draft of the government of India?
Sure.
People are just, firing in the air. The draft resolution is not there. Parliament is not. Why the government is hiding behind the Law Commission of India?
The Law Commission is
Immediately it
the Law
should be
Commission
on
is
One minute, sir. The Law
conducting an
Commission of India
exercise.
is a part of the government
And
of
it's
India
conducting an
also.
exercise
In
of
case you've
taking in
forgotten
the
that.
objections that you yourself are raising. Isn't that also
why
then the
is a
point?
big
That
question
all
mark.
stakeholders be taken on board. That's exactly what the Law Commission is doing.
Since 1986, the BJP had it on its manifesto. Why are you playing with the wishes of the women? The women are looking towards the BJP as its manifesto, and you have won the elections on that manifesto, mind you.
Mr.
Why you are
Atikur
hiding
Rahman,
behind
you're
the Law
playing
Commission?
politics here. No, we are not. The Law Commission, don't forget, is a part of the government of India, regardless of which party is in power.
4 years
It is the
back,
job of the Law Commission.
The Law Commission
to-
denied
it is
it.
yes,
In
the Law
4
Commission
years,
will,
what the government-
because
what
of the amount of
is
political
taking-
pressure being
Mrs.
put, there are
Kumara
many
Mangalam.
statements being made which are totally unfair. Now, don't twist this argument. I did not
You
say
are
that it is
twisting.
only Muslim women
You
who
are twisting.
are under the
And
yoke
that's
of
really
you
what
to
the
say
problem
that the
is.
Muslims
That's really
do
what the
not
problem is,
listening.
isn't it? The
I-
fact that
I
this is
cannot say
twisted
what you want me
according
to say
to
because what
certain
you're
narratives
saying
that people want to
is
look
totally
at.
wrong.
That's the whole problem with this entire narrative. That
narrative.
No, Ms. Kumara Mangalam, I don't mean you. I'm saying as a whole, when we talk about a uniform code or as we talk
Yeah,
about
it's
UCC,
uniform. It covers
exactly.
everybody.
But unfortunately, we keep seeing these myths that are being spread, fear-mongering as many have called them as well. That is something that we here on News 18 are also trying to bust, which is why we've conducted this survey in the first place, to get in the voice of the very stakeholders that need to be spoken to. I request you both to stay on with us because this has become political. Like Ms.